Hello, my name is Elizabeth Testamark and my pronouns are she, her, hers. I have gotten the privilege to intern for the wedding planning company reInspired Bride, which serves the greater Cleveland area. I began this internship in late May and I am continuing this internship throughout the school year. reInspired Bride was founded and launched in 2014 by Demara Gehrig. Demara slowly grew to love the wedding planning industry, but before launching reInspired Bride, she worked in a few bridal shops, a tuck shop, as well as a floral shop. So in the year of 2014, she decided to start her company. Some of the services that Demara and her team offers includes planning services, coordinating services, styling services, as well as rental services. A bride can request all of these services or specific ones that she feels like she needs. Planning begins from the beginning of the engagement until the end of the wedding day, or it can begin months after the engagement. This depends on when the couple hires the planner. When a wedding planner is hired, the planner helps the bride with figuring out all details concerning the wedding, starting with finding a venue and can end with solidifying plans for a honeymoon. Coordination services are offered when the bride needs someone to run the wedding day, making sure things go as planned. And styling services are when Demara and her team simply helps the bride choose the decor and the design for the wedding and what type of vibe she's looking for and what type of atmosphere she wants to portray to her guests. And we will take a closer look at rental services on the next slide. Rental services. The most requested item from these rentals are the arches. These arches that Demara offers to her clients, she has built herself. When we are bringing an arch to a venue, they're often disassembled and have to be reassembled at the venue. Once they are reassembled, they're then decorated with drapes, or a florist comes in and add their pretty arrangements to these arches. Some other items that she rents, as you can see on this slide, includes a champagne wall. She also has box walls, draping, chalkboards, pane windows, and many other items. The reason why I love rentals is because they are simple items, simple everyday items that are already beautiful and can add a little oomph to your big day. Goals, outcome, and roles. I went into this internship not knowing what to expect. One of my goals going into the internship was to simply gain experience and be willing to be open and to learn. I began the internship solely observing and shadowing Demara. When we would attend events, I would follow Demara around, and when people would ask me questions, I would just look at her and she would fill in and say, "Hi, this is Liz, she's my intern," and that's what it was for the first couple of weeks of the internship. As the internship progressed, I gained knowledge about the industry and the position that I was in. I went from observing to be able to coordinate a wedding of my own. And I would like to spend a little bit of time talking about the coordination process, since this was one of the main roles that I've had during my internship. When it comes to coordinating events, the days are long. The day usually starts in the morning around 9 a.m. with setup and ends around 12 to 2 a.m. with tear down, depending on what your clients are requesting. As a coordinator, it is your job to make sure the day runs smoothly. You work with families and the vendors in order to ensure that the day does run smoothly. With coordination, you have to be prepared for things going wrong and being able to think quickly. When I coordinated the wedding on my own, we had a problem with the drape company because they did not have enough materials to ensure that the drapes wouldn't blow over by the wind during the ceremony. As you look in the top right corner of the slide, in the bottom right corner of the slide, you can see that there's pipes, which are the silver poles. Those are called pipes, and the poles that are along the ground, you usually hook those up into the poles at the very top that are standing up straight. And at the bottom, you can see a little square base. You would put a black weight base on that to keep the poles from falling forwards or backwards. And in the top picture, you can see a little square black vase, a black weight, So to give you an idea, when setting up the drapes, you slide them onto the metal pipe and then the pipes are held up by the other metals. It's a bit confusing, but so hopefully my example or my little spiel was able to give you an idea. It took a while to resolve the problems of not having enough weights, but with a little phone calls and a little bit of stress, we were able to find the materials through another company. And the bride and the groom had no idea about this, and they were able to have the drapes for their ceremony. So that's just an idea of a problem that no one can think that would happen, but silly things like that would arise during the coordination process. And as a coordinator, you'd have to be willing to be flexible and think outside the box when trying to resolve problems. Some skills that I was able to develop and nurture were my critical thinking skills, as seen in the previous slide. Also, my organizational skills, such as planning and time management. And I was able to learn how to navigate HoneyBook, which is a customer management website. And HoneyBook is where you'll handle all your contracts and manage all projects during the planning stage and keep all information there for you and your clients to see. One thing I wish I was able to work on more was the planning aspect of the internship. I didn't get much experience with this because my internship did start in the summer and most of the wedding and events were already planned. But there is one event that I was able to plan, and you'll see it on the next slide. So although this internship loosely ties to my majors of education and communications, I'm grateful that the College of Worcester does encourage their students to diversify their experiences outside of their majors. I was able to gain skills that I can apply in my future career, no matter what my future career is. I have been looking into starting a wedding planning company, and I'm continuing my internship at reInspired Bride in hopes of having an opportunity to learn more about the planning side of things. But here, the photos show a birthday party that I was able to plan and also able to style. So I'm grateful for that planning opportunity. So what to know about the internship? So here is some contact information for Demara. We have her number, the site, as well as her email. If you go to the website, you can see that there is a link to Demara's Instagram for her company, and you can get a little portfolio of her work and what she does and who she served. Something that I would like to add about the internship was I was her first intern. Luckily enough, as I called her looking for an internship, she was beginning to start an internship at her company. So those are little things to know about the internship. Thank you so much for watching my presentation, and I will be looking forward to answering any questions that you all have.